With Warner Bros. Multiversus, I've seen a lot of requests for a lot of different Warner-owned property. Stuff like Neo from The Matrix to Tony Soprano from The Sopranos. It is really interesting to see what people want. But as I looked through, there was one character that I wanted to talk about in a video who could end up in this game. Jotaro Kujo from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Unlike the rest of the characters, Jotaro is in a really weird place. Nobody really knows if he's Warner Brothers owned or if he can't exist due to copyright issues, so because of that, I wanted to make this video. Can Jotaro Kujo be in Warner Brothers Multiversus? So let's talk a little about this, shall we? Back in 1987, Hirohiko Araki started to write a new Shonen Jump manga series named JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. In Japan, the series was fairly popular. It had a big fan base, a lot of people loved it, and a lot of people grew up reading the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure manga. And it tried to be an anime a few different times. There was a Phantom Blood movie, there was OVAs of Stardust Crusaders, but for some reason, nobody could really get the animation of JoJo to work. It was just too weird for it to be adapted into a proper watchable anime. However, in 2012, David Production announced that they were doing their take on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, starting with Part 1, Phantom Blood, and leaning into Part 2, Battle Tendency. The anime rose to be very popular in the States and Japan, bringing JoJo to so many new people who never read the manga or had any interest in it before, with its weird poses, its cool fights, and its unique battle mechanics. However, when it came time to make Season 2, they decided to do something a little different. They covered the entirety of Stardust Crusaders in a single season, 40 episodes long. This was the part where we got introduced to Jotaro Kujo. Unlike the last two protagonists, Jonathan and Joseph, Jotaro exhibited a type of Clint Eastwood, man on a mission type of deal. A lot of people ended up liking Jotaro since he was so different from any other anime protagonist you might see. He's a bit of a bad boy, edgy, and he actually pulls it off very well, where other animes might come off a little bit cringy or self-indulgent. Because of this, Jotaro has kind of become a popular character in pop fiction as it is, through his stand Star Platinum, which is essentially his type of power where he can summon a giant humanoid being in order to punch in front of him or do other types of moves. This is what people want in Warner Bros. Multiversus. Jotaro Kujo armed with his stand Star Platinum. Well, that's it, right? Jotaro is a pretty popular character, so he should be in, right? And Warner Bros. Owns it? Kind of. You see, Warner Bros. Doesn't actually own JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's owned by Shonen Jump, a manga series, and of course by the creator Hirohiko Araki. The argument being made on why Jotaro should join Multiversus is because the anime was produced by Warner Bros. And distributed on its DVD sales by Warner Bros. Because of this, everyone thinks that it should have a fair shot. It's just distribution rights, though. Well, here's the thing. Game of Thrones has already been shown to be in the game, and guess what? Warner Bros. Only has the distribution rights to that. So a lot of people think because of that, Jotaro can show up. I should note though, he's not the only anime character that's being talked a lot about on the internet. Characters from RWBY, for instance, are being brought up a lot to be a character in this game. I've also seen some people talk about a certain Magical Index or Mob Psycho characters. Jotaro is only one of many, yet he has more requests than anyone, and in the official Discord server, he's been asked over 1,000 times, and it hasn't even been a week. I have seen campaigns of people talking about wanting Jotaro in this game so bad to fight along the sides of Batman and Wonder Woman and Superman. It's kind of incredible, isn't it? So, should Jotaro join the fray? Well, I don't think anybody would be too mad if he joined. He's an interesting character, he has an interesting concept of power, and on top of that, he has the most flashy animations that you could possibly put in the game with the unique posing and visuals. Do I think it'll be easy compared to other IPs? No, not at all. It would be extremely hard to get Jotaro in the game since, like I said, they don't actually own JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And from what I know, the game rights are actually alongside Bandai Namco, which means it might be a bit harder to put Jotaro in this game than any other character. But at the same time, isn't that why people want him? Because he's such a hard character to put in the game? The last time this happened was with Sora in Super Smash Bros. And look what happened. He's the final character in Ultimate against all odds, a Disney character. So shouldn't Jotaro have the same type of chance, even though he's not actually owned by Warner Bros.? In my opinion, I don't think Jotaro is going to be in the base roster of Multiversus, but I do know that devs do tend to listen to their community a lot if they are vocal. So who knows, Jotaro could be in the game at some point. We're just going to have to hold out hope. But as for right now, we're just going to have to wait and see. And I'm excited to see what's going to happen in the future. Thank you all so much for watching my video. Please subscribe if you like this content. And once more, thank you so much. Bye bye.